Good morning, everyone. Jim Clark here at the Synchronicity Sanctuary to share another contemplative focus with you. And before I get into our focus for today, I also want to remind you of our upcoming August Still Point retreat from August 13th to the 17th. And when we host a retreat here, it has a very specific intention and focus to do four things for you: enhance your self awareness, give you greater mental clarity, the opportunity for emotional healing, and a stronger spiritual connection. Silence creates a space to observe your thoughts and emotions without distraction, leading to greater self understanding. Mental clarity. Stepping away from constant external stimuli allows the mind to reset, resulting in improved focus and mental clarity. In the stillness, unresolved emotions might surface, providing an opportunity for acknowledgement and healing. Silence can deepen your connection to your inner self, and for many, a higher spiritual presence. So there's so much you can get out of these retreats that I urge you to go to our sanctuary website and take a look at it, and if possible, sign up for it, because we'd love to have you. There's already a lot of people signed up for this retreat because they understand and appreciate the benefits of it. So, having said that, the subject for today on my live stream is: if you are what you think, who are you without thought? Up until now, we've explored our experience with this polarized field of experience, how both negative and positive beliefs shape our lives, and how finding balance between them can expand our self-awareness. Meditation, of course, is a balancing technique. That's what it is. It's not a belief system, it's a balancing technique. We've also begun exploring what happens when we go beyond thought into stillness, awareness, and simply observing. Now we go deeper. What happens when you stop identifying with thoughts altogether? Our teacher always taught us that the mind is an illusion generating machine. That's its purpose, and that is what is central to playing out the intention within consciousness to pretend to be what it is not, and then to evolve itself back to the realization of itself for the sake of itself. It's a game. That's all it is. And so what I would like to emphasize with you now, other than the August retreat as an opportunity to take a big step in that direction exponentially for yourself, is that wherever you are in your evolutionary process, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And the mind will seize any opportunity to negate or cast doubt on yourself. It's what it does with all human beings, because one thing that people have in common when they come into this world is self-worth issues. Everyone has self-worth issues. Few people admit it. Most try to hide it, and some go out of their way to present a personality, an ego, that is totally sure of itself. And they're very good at that. But the truth is, it's part of the human experience and endemic to it. And so it's there to help you as well, because the internal conflicts that we experience, and we all do, when we have a face we present to the world that's not true on the internal world, when the subjective and the objective are at odds with each other, then we have resolution. We have to resolve that difference sooner or later, and life will bring us to experiences where we are forced to confront that difference and to come to some resolution of it for our sake and for ourselves. It's part of our evolutionary process. So our lives are geared and made for that process. If we are evolving, if we're not still in our initial phases of pretending to be what we are not, and we have fulfilled that part of the intention and consciousness to pretend what it is not, only to rediscover itself for what it is, then we're evolving. Wherever that might be for you, it's perfect for where you're at. And experiences that take you deeper are going to be more likely to happen when you are better prepared and more balanced for them. So, meditation, living a lifestyle of meditation and maintaining that on a daily basis brings you into a state of greater balance that is consistent every day of your life. And as you are more consistent with that, your opportunities and likelihood of having experiences to validate that balance increase. And until you reach a point where you establish yourself experientially as an energy form. As I am speaking from here, I have that happening within my awareness 24/7 now. Even when I'm going to sleep, I have that awareness. In fact, it increases then because my focus is not being bothered by external stimuli at all. So it's just a natural occurring deepening of our experience until as we reach into the truth of who we are after having gone through the cycles of who we are not and completed that. And so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by considering your lifestyle and maintaining your balance with daily meditation and considering such contemplations as this: who are you without thought? Well, most of us have thoughts every day because we live in a time in this world where we have to use our minds. That it's an information nightmare, you might say. It's an overindulgence in information. The negative polarity is increasing its strength and building up the momentum of its imbalance to the negative, which is by default in this world. The negative polarity is dominant and the positive polarity is non-dominant. And when we are born into this world, we're born into it in that way. We are negatively dominant and positively non-dominant. So without meditation, without some balancing and focus towards the positive, we remain negative all our life. And I remember the earlier years of my life, and in retrospect, because I did not have any way to measure that, or I had no awareness of that, I had no way of knowing that there was a better way to live, that there was a truth in me that was waiting to wake up. But when it did, my whole life changed, and I've been in this direction ever since. So the power of truthful experience cannot be overstated, because once you have tasted the truth of who you are, you'll never want anything else. You just want more of that. It's the most blissful, loving, freeing experience that anyone could ever have. And you develop yourself accordingly. If you've had more than one of these experiences, or if you have an ongoing experience of greater awareness and the energetic that goes with it, then it's a constant reminder of who you truly are, and it's one thing you don't want to lose, because it's like a joy that doesn't have to be expressed, verbally. It's just a joy that lives within you because you are that joy and you are that love. So if you are what you think, who are you without thought? You are source consciousness. You are equality consciousness because in truth, that's all there ever is. Consciousness is the basis of all manifest reality, and its primary intention to fully be itself is what we're all playing out because that's the truth of who we are. We are consciousness fulfilling that primary intention. And so, with that, I remind you again about the August Still Point Retreat, and I welcome you to participate in that retreat and enjoy a greater depth in your own experience of your own truth because you're in an environment that does nothing but stimulate that evolutionary process in everyone who attends. Mm-hmm. So if you are what you think, and most people believe that we are what we think. Before I woke up and started meditating, every thought that came into my mind had the power of pretending to be real, and therefore it created a lot of suffering. We feel guilty because we think something we identify with one of our negative beliefs about ourselves because we thought something about someone and we're sorry for that on the inside and we're trying to hide it on the outside, and on it goes. And in the world of today, this is playing out hugely because the negative polarity is growing in its strength, which is what it does before the dominant polarities shift. So it's a good sign. It's a sign that we're reaching a point of a major change in this world in terms of the polarization that we all experience without meditation. So anyway, it's something to look forward to, and it's something that I look forward to, whether I live long enough to experience that transition or not. So with that, I bid you adieu, and I hope to see you at the August Still Point Retreat in August. And until then, just ask yourself every day, who are you without thought? All right, thank you so much for being here, and I'll be with you again next week.